This thing I haven't seen in Germany. Like it's weekend, you're off, you're off.
Mm.
Like even if it's like unless some very big issue came, like production is destroyed or
Mm.
something like mega issue. Otherwise,
Mm.
no one will think like no one will expect you to work on weekends or your after working hours, and there's no extra pressure. So I was
Mm.
like, okay, let me try, like to go and explore this country to see like how it goes.
So, welcome back, everybody, to another interview today with one of our former clients, Muhammad. Nice to meet you, Muhammad. My name is Tamu. I'm managing partner of Find a Job in Germany. And yeah, Muhammad, maybe introduce yourself.
I'm Mohammed. I recently moved to Germany like last month. I'm a backend developer, like you can say a MERN Stack developer, like focused on Node and React.js. So like 3 months ago, like I started this thing with FAG, like find a job in Germany. So I got a job, let's say in 2 months or 2.5 months, I think, and then I got visa. And now I'm in Germany. So I just started my job. So
Cool. I mean, you're also sitting in Berlin. We could have also met in person, but it's
yeah,
awesome.
actually
It's
last time I wanted to come, but it was raining. Like I just came back from office. It was some event, like there was a
I know.
hackathon. So I just
Yeah.
reached and then I was on a bike, so I'm almost like 50% wet.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, if it stops, then I will go definitely. But it didn't stop. So I was like, okay, next time.
Yeah, it's we spoke about that in the beginning. It's autumn in Germany now. You said actually you lived in Dubai before. What did you say about the rain in Germany?
It's like, once in a year maybe. Like it's not like, Dubai is not place where you will see rain. And actually with me it was like I don't know, I will say it curse or something. Like whenever I move out from Dubai, it will start raining. Like now I came here, it's raining. Like last year I was in I think Cairo and it was raining in Dubai. Before that, I was in another city like Tbilisi or something, and then it was raining. My friends are writing me like, like whenever I move out, it will start raining. So I feel like, but now it's good here. I love it. Like it's raining a lot, so I'm enjoying now.
Perfect. Mohammed, you already said you're a JavaScript guy, you're a MERN Stack developer, you're especially good in backend with Node.js. And yeah, tell us a little bit, maybe before we talk about your plans of moving to Germany, tell us about your experience. So where have you been working before? I mean, not the companies, but yeah, what have you been doing
Okay.
before? Yeah.
Uh, Actually, like I worked initially in Pakistan, then I moved to Dubai, and I in like my most recent experience was like in one company I was working like for like last 3.5 years. So we were working in fintech, like like we were developing kind of a trading system. You can just register and create trading accounts. So this whole project we created in React and Node.js.
Mm.
So like I will say like my recent domain was like fintech, like
Mm.
trading and pricing and these kind of systems. So this is what I've been working like since 3.5 years. So I did other
Cool.
things before as well, but maybe I don't remember like that because I'm not actively working on this. But this is something which I'm working like since recently. So
Cool.
I would say this is my domain. So like I'm working in fintech for like couple 3 or 4 years now.
And all in all, you have around 7 years of experience in JavaScript technologies.
Yes, like
Okay.
overall it's around 7 years. Like I worked on different, let's say before this company I was working on like kind of a queuing system in a company. Before that it was like events platform. So it was
Mm.
great as well. Like events platform is good as well. Like it's an amazing
Mm.
thing. Like especially when you create such platform which people use, it's amazing. But it's different when you move to different industry. You cannot keep going with the old ones. So this fintech was amazing, definitely. I still love it. Like, I still want to be part of it. So like when I was looking for new jobs, I was like, trying to, find companies which are hiring in fintech. So
Mhm.
like are somehow they're related to fintech because it's like
Mhm.
amazing industry.
And your new company is also somehow related to that, right?
Yeah, like they're not like, directly fintech, but they have some things that which are related to fintech actually.
Mm. Cool. And before we talk about them, tell me, why did you think moving to Germany is a good idea?
Oh, like, a lot of people ask me this question, and almost everyone asks me, especially in every interview. It's like most important question I think every HR will ask. So in my case, I had like quite a few reasons, like not just one reason, like three or four reasons maybe. First of all, as you said, like climate, like I just want like usually, let's say, I will just go out of my room, I will just have a walk and have some fresh air. And in the morning,
Mm,
let's say I just need to get some fresh air. So this thing you cannot get in Dubai. Like today, I just woke up at 6 and I went to park. I took like running for like 2-3 kilometers and then came back.
mm,
So
mm,
this thing you cannot enjoy in Dubai. So this is something which I was irritated. Like mostly it's hot. That's one of the important things. And second is like I wanted to travel a lot. Like I travel, let's say, even in Dubai as well, but it was very limited. Like you want to go out, you need to book flight, get visa, do a lot
mm,
of formalities. Here it's easy. You just take a train. You can go anywhere. Like there are 25 options. You can just take a train and just go to anywhere, regardless of visa and immigration, nothing. So
mm,
from there, it's like totally. Sometimes they will stop you and they will ask questions, and even for visa, there are interviews.
mm,
So this is also, and also like two of my friends are there now. I talk with them, and I heard like it's a good work culture there. Like if I won't say anything like it's bad in Dubai, but in Dubai it's different. Like for example, they will consider like say you're working and someone sends you email at weekend. They
mm,
expect you to read it and reply it if it's necessary. This
mm,
thing I haven't seen in Germany. Like it's weekend, you're off, you're off.
mm,
Like even if it's like unless some very big issue came, like production is destroyed or
mm,
something like mega issue. Otherwise,
mm,
no one will think like no one will expect you to work on weekends or your after working hours, and there's no extra pressure. So I was
mm.
like, okay, let me try like to go and explore this country to see like how it goes.
Cool. Perfect. And we met in end of June, I think. You got an offer in August. So 2 months
Yes,
later, you already got an offer really fast. And yeah, then you moved here. You started working just recently, a couple of weeks ago.
yes.
So that was really smooth. Tell us a little bit more about the recruiting process in Germany. How did you experience that?
Actually, recruitment process, like especially people who are coming from like India, Pakistan, or Dubai, they should know like it's totally different.
Mm,
Like if you see, let's say if you have lived in Dubai, or let's say you find like worked on 2-3 companies in Dubai, you will have idea like if you have an interview in Dubai, they won't ask a lot of things. Like they will just call you, yeah, hey, how are you? And it will be just one interview, like selected or rejected.
mm,
Maximum, it will be two interviews. One like basic, like HR, like to see if
mm,
you're interested. And second, it will be technical, which is will be final. So
mm,
it's very few companies in Dubai. They will go for like 3 rounds, like HR, then technical, then cultural fit. No,
mm,
so we are used to of different things, like people especially coming from Dubai, like they will think only technical skills matter. But I
mm,
realized here more than technical, like technical obviously matters, but your communication and these kind of things matter a lot. Like you need to study like what company is doing, like what is their main goal and what kind of team they have. Like in Dubai, I did like maybe 10 interviews. No one
mm.
ever asked like what you know about our company. Like actually it's true, it's funny, but like in any company no one asks like what you know about us. No, they will say okay, Node.js, what is this, what is that, and then selected or rejected. But
Mm,
here mostly they will ask like why you want to come to Germany, why you are interested in this company, like what is your motivation for this company and what you know about this team. So you need
mm,
to check their website and their company, their product, and these kind of things before interview. Like you need to be prepared other than technical skills. And in Dubai it was different. You just know you are a good developer, just go, you will be passed.
mm,
But here, like other than being a good developer, you need to learn like to how to get going. And also one more thing, like in Dubai, especially Dubai and this side, like when you have interview, they consider it like one way. They will ask questions, you have to answer, that's it. But here, what I realized is like they want to have a conversation mostly in Germany.
yeah.
Like even like oh, like even in Netherlands, I had like one or two interviews in Netherlands. So here they want it like what you say, kind of communication. Like you have to ask questions. And, you need to talk. Hey,
Mm,
how you are doing, and it's two-way communication. But in Dubai, usually they will say okay, we want to ask question this 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, and then they will decide. So
Mm.
you need to be, more talkative, not like extra, but you need to make them like a good connection, so they are comfortable with talking with you.
Exactly. Communication is key. We can't just emphasize that a lot, too much. But also tell us one thing, technical rounds. If you got a coding challenge or technical discussion, do you have one or two, yeah, advices you could share here?
Yeah, actually, I will share you one advice, like two advices, because these are the ones because of it which I was rejected in a technical interview. Like I passed
Mm,
first round, but in technical they rejected. So I talked with HR to give feedback. She showed me feedback of the developers which gave HR like rejection,
mm,
but with the feedback.
yeah.
So what mistake I did was, let's say there's a requirement like it's like 20 lines. So I just read first 3 4 lines and I started working on it.
Mm,
So, and then let's say I was trying to struggle in code, like there was some logic I don't know. So I was, trying to struggle. I spent 5 minutes and then I came to know it is like this, for example. And when I was done with that step, I went to read more details and I checked it was mentioned in that requirement.
ah, okay.
So I just wasted my 5 minutes and they did not like it. They were like, you wasted 5 minutes here, but it was actually mentioned. So you should just, when you have a task, you should read full requirement. You should not skip even last like one word. No, you
Mm,
have to read fully, maybe 2 3 times. And if you have confusion, ask. If you are like fully aware like what you are supposed to do, then you will start coding, but
mm,
not like you will study 50% and then start coding. No. And secondly, let's say when you're writing a code and you write something which is not necessary maybe, and you write and there's an error on that. So sometimes we as a developer, what we do is it's not necessary and there is error. Okay, remove it. So don't do this. So if you write any line and there's a bug or error, it is throwing error and you want to remove it, you need to first fix that error and then remove it. Don't do like, you have error, just remove it.
mm,
Because mostly they will think like, you're getting rid of error by removing code.
mm.
So if you get like, you're writing some unnecessary line, okay, you get error, okay, fix it. Yeah, no need to panic, just fix it. And then say, yeah, it was not necessary. Okay, I will remove it now. But these two mistakes I did, and they rejected me and they gave me feedback like these two issues. So I
Okay.
feel like, yeah, these are two important things.
So first, understand the requirements and plan ahead. That's what I hear every day. German companies really like that you structure yourself, yeah, that you first think, yeah, that you write clean code, yeah, then that you always write unit test cases, um,
Yes, yes.
and that's really important. That's maybe what I noticed one of the biggest difference, which you see, I don't know, when working for international or other international companies in Pakistan or in India, for example. Awesome. Um, what do you remember, like the recruiting process? How many rounds was it usually with the companies?
Most of them were like three, I think. Like I did it with like 3 companies. Like two of them rejected, third one selected. So all of them were like 3 rounds. So it will first was like HR round, and it was not technical. It was just basic, like why you want to move to Germany, why you want to join this company, and this kind of just things.
Mm,
And second, like technical session, it was like 1 or 2 hours live coding challenge. So it is actually very difficult, especially like again like this is, I think I don't see this in Dubai usually, or even India or
mm,
Pakistan. They will maximum give you a task and say, okay, you have to submit this task after 5 days or 1 week. But
mm,
here there's a live challenge, so it is little like maybe first or second time it will be tough because we are not used to of it. And
mm,
sometimes it's not even easy to code when someone is watching. So this was a technical challenge, like especially where I got selected, it was like 2 hours challenge.
mm,
So yeah, there are two people sitting and you're writing and you are confused, maybe like if you do mistake you can get rejected. So you don't need to be worried, like just be like the way you code in normal life.
mm,
So you do, and then there will be usually like final round, which is like, I don't know, like some people call it like, with it could be depends, like sometimes it is with HR and CTO or CEO, or
mm,
sometimes with just CEO, like it's like a final like tech, what you say, cultural fit could be, or it could be
mm,
like high level discussion, like
yeah.
they will not ask like what is Node.js or what is like for loop, but they will ask bigger things.
Behavioral
especially you are
questions.
interviewing for like the senior positions. So
Mm,
one of them, they asked me like very, high level questions related to architecture, and not very detailed, but something which will give them answer which like I know coding or not.
mm. Okay. And also behavioral questions, I guess, like, I don't know, how do you work in a team? What values do you find important? Those kind of questions as well,
Yes,
right?
this one
Yeah.
actually, from me, in my case, HR asked me, like one of the HRs, she asked me, like, what kind of team you are working in, and how you divide your task, and who's the one assigning tasks,
Mm,
and like, and I said like, we are using Jira, and then she asked like, who maintains this Jira, and let's say if you don't meet a deadline, what happens?
yeah. So,
And yeah, let's say they also like asked, let's say for example, you push some changes and then your production is crashed now.
mm,
So who, let's say, how you find usually like who is responsible for this kind of issues, and what you usually do. Let's say if
mm,
let's say this guy was responsible for this production crash.
mm,
So yeah, this kind of question they ask, but yeah, I tried to reply them like, it's not, I think you cannot be prepared for every question, like you cannot be like you have answer for every question in mind, but yeah, when they ask, you will know, let's say, like you can see if what this thing happens to you in real life somewhere, because most of the questions which these kind of questions when the HR asked, so it happened with me like last year or this year or 2 years ago or 5 years ago. So I just told them, what we did. So this is
yeah.
good. Like, you,
Yeah,
if
yeah.
it's not very bad, like if it's not like you fought with someone and you smashed with someone, no. But if it's just, so you started out normally, yeah, just tell them like, yeah, there was an error. I pushed something and server got crashed. Like one day I was changing something and I run some query and it deleted one column from production.
Mm.
So I was like, oops. I told my boss, like, I deleted one column from production. He's like, when? Like 2 minutes ago. He's like, okay, thank God. We had a backup of 5 minutes ago. We just restored backup and, fix it. So yeah, like just tell them like what happened. Like no need to plan like a lot of things. Like
Yeah.
just like, just tell them what happened with you. Like,
All right, Mohammed. Thanks a lot for those very detailed insights. I hope it helped some of our viewers to get a better understanding about, yeah, how the recruiting process looks like. And yeah, if you're also working in tech and IT and you want to move to Germany, watch our video training, which you find below this video, and then book a get to know call with us. And then we see if we can help you. And if we can help you, it usually takes 2 or 3 months if you're in the program to get a job. And then you can also move to Germany, like Mohammed did recently, and maybe you end up in one of our YouTube videos as well. Thanks again.
that's for sure.
Thanks again, Mohammed. It was a pleasure meeting you again, and hopefully next time as well in person. See you
Oh,
soon. Bye bye.
sure. Thank you, Tamo. Have a good day.
You
Bye.
too.